Motor City Comedy Festival, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a beautiful poster.
Yeah, yes, thank you. We used the artist Alyssa Clash. She's done all of our artwork. She's done our logo. We love it. We had somebody describe it as like surrealist Detroit nighttime, and I was like, yes, surrealist Detroit nighttime. That's our vibe.
But it looks like a teeny bit of like a children's book cover on acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all just melting into your brain.
So Motor City Comedy Festival, huh?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, we started it in 2017. We're also a nonprofit, and one of our goals is to provide free education to people in comedy, both in, we prioritize having stand-up shows during the festival, but we offer free education opportunities for anyone. You don't have to be a stand-up comedian in order to take part in it.
Is that during the festival time?
We have it during the festival time, and then we do some throughout the year.
Oh.
I've done a few stand-up classes for teens here at Planet Ant as part of the festival in the past. But we always have 4 sort of nationally touring headliners, and then we supplement that lineup with comedians who submit to be part of the festival. Because we're a nonprofit, we try to make sure that we have a really unbiased group sort of going through. Every clip that gets submitted has 5 judges review it, and then the top scorers get invited to join us. So we have 30 additional comedians on top of the 4 represented on that are coming from all over the world now. I mean, last year we actually had a comedian who came all the way from Australia just to perform here in Detroit, which is...
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
So wait, this show is going to be 30 comedians, or you just have a...
So there are 30 comedians across the 4 days of the show. So we have shows here at the Independent Comedy Club, and we also have shows at the Detroit House of Comedy downtown.
Ooh, and what are the dates again?
That is next weekend, September 14th through the 17th. And then on Saturday and Sunday, that's when we have most of our workshops. So we have 13 workshops, our biggest ever this year, which is great. And again, those workshops are free for anybody. If anybody would love to sign up, we've got MotorCityComedyFestival.com. But some of the ones... Yeah.
Free, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's not at Shore, also, could you tell us a little bit about like the headliners or the people on
for sure. We've got some really cool people this year. So Hans Kim is a comic he's opened for Joe Rogan. He is sort of in that universe. He's a super funny guy. Jeremiah Watkins. He actually performed with Kill Tony on this stage actually in 2018 for our festival. Mary Lynn Rajskub is she's an actress. She's been on 24. She plays Gail the Snail in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She's been in tons of movies. Wow. And she's also a stand-up, and she's actually was born in Trenton and grew up in the Detroit area. And Mateen Stewart is also a Detroit native who lives in LA now. He's done tons on TV. He's even been on some game shows. Super funny group of headliners that we have this year. And it's really exciting that people still have this interest and this desire to come to Detroit and to sort of bring their talents here and to see the city, because that's another thing, is people are excited to sort of engage in the city, because a lot of our showcase comics come in from all over the place, and they come in from like Wednesday or Thursday all the way to Sunday. Wow. And they're super excited to be here. So we want to have them perform. We want to give them the opportunity to learn more about the business where they can, and to do networking and just really engage where they can.
That's amazing. So what inspired you guys to create this festival? This is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's something I had always kind of wanted to do something like this. I actually did go to the University of Michigan for theater. And after I graduated, I actually worked here at Planet Ant for a little bit. Oh. Thanks for that job, Hal. And so I worked here for a few years, and I needed to take a full-time job, so I wasn't able to work here anymore, but this was always something that I've been doing stand-up since I was in college, and I saw that there isn't like, people don't get into comedy because they have a huge amount of business savvy. They get into comedy or into entertainment because they love performing. Right. But for so much of your time as a performer, you need to be your own advocate. You need to be your own manager. You need to be your own, lawyer, even reading contracts. So it's something that your own marketer, you need to do all of these things yourself. And it seems like that's a huge gap of knowledge that it's almost like the more seasoned professionals would sort of sometimes give you like a little secret, but we wanted to make all of this stuff accessible to anybody who wanted to, like, the only thing that should be stopping you from being a more successful entertainer is your like ability and your desire and your drive. It shouldn't be that you have this huge knowledge barrier. So we're trying to make the knowledge barrier nothing. So we have this year our workshops, like we have somebody from Productions Plus, which is a local talent agency, talking about working with agencies. We have Janet Pound, who is a casting director with like over 40 years of experience, who's going to talk about giving advice from a casting director on how to go into auditions. We've got people talking about getting into voiceover. We've got, for more of the stand-ups, we've got someone talking about how to tour, how to distribute an album, how to do all of these things and how to read contracts and sort of business savvy as you get into it, because those are the things that you don't realize you don't know until it comes and like bites you in the ass.
Yeah. You're basically running a business
when
you're doing this.
Yeah, as an individual comedian, even as an actor or as an improviser, you have to be your own like one-man business.
Yep.
So having the tools to do that successfully are so important. So we want to make sure that people have like all the opportunities they can to provide themselves with that success.
That's amazing. And how long have you been doing it?
I've been doing stand-up since 2009, and we started the festival in 2017.
Wow. Amazing.
Thank you for all the amazing work you do for the community.
I'm trying.
Another round of applause.
Round of applause.
I'm trying, man. I'm doing my best.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Ton of work to put something like this together. That's so helpful for people. Free
Well,
workshops.
hopefully people take part in them. That's the biggest thing is we want to make sure people know about it and they take advantage of the opportunity, because it's something that we think people can use. And I mean, humbling yourself enough to know what you don't know is a huge step in the process, because there's that whole Dunning-Kruger effect where you think you know everything until you like bottom out and you're like, oh, actually I'm terrible. And then you have this slow learning curve back up to the top of being self-aware. And we're trying to bank on people knowing what their lapses are.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for just
But yeah,
coming out. Let's hear it again for Lauren.
MotorCityComedyFestival.com. You can sign up for workshops. You can see all of the show tickets, and you can see any opportunities. We're always also looking for volunteers and stuff year-round. We'd love to have people engaged with us in that way.
What are your socials?
Yeah, our socials. We've got Motor City Comedy Festival on Instagram, MC Comedy Fest on Twitter, and Motor City Comedy Festival on Facebook. Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thanks so much for coming. Let's hear it again for Lauren.
Yeah.